Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Meaningwave Morning Show. I'm your host, Akira the Don, and it's a beautiful morning to be live here at the peak of recorded human mornings. Surely it is. How's everyone doing out there? How are you beautiful things? Who we got in the house? Who we got in the house? Yo, we got Swift MCR, we got Twitch Hero Alex, we got Tachyonic Deer, we got Matt Crittenden, we got Yami Riago, Walking More Poet, I Love Green, Spencer of Grove, whoa, Walking More Poet, Swift MCR, easier to say. Good morning, everybody. Who's here? How y'all feeling? We made it, baby, we made it. We made it to number 100. 100. You know, and if that doesn't deserve a simultaneous sip, I don't know what does. Oh no, that's Scott Adams' thing. That's Scott Adams' thing. I think it's the international high five. Well, let's have an international high five then. I mean, actually no. Let's do it old school. Hey guys, where did you come from to get to the MAZ today? And what does 100 morning shows mean to you? Do let me know, baby. What's it? I'll tell you what it means to me. It means, you know, I got up this morning, it's still dark. Because I guess it doesn't get light till I'm doing the show, basically. You know, I get up, go outside, there's deer grazing on my lawn. Deer on my lawn. I thought, wow, when we started this morning show, I was still in Los Angeles. You know, and now I am in Texas, and there are deer grazing on my lawn. And those sweet deer are some brand new friends of mine. Woo! Yeah!
And we live on borrowed time, but this headshot's pretty good. I've been scheming for too long. I was starstruck by your mom. We fall in love by accident, a heavenly coincidence. No matter what you think is true, let me introduce you to some friends of mine. Oh, friends of mine. Oh, friends of mine. Oh, friends of mine. And we break for passing cars in the pistol-ripping chase. I regret the drugs you lost, so I skipped our second date. We fall in love by accident, a heavenly coincidence. No matter what you think is true, let me introduce you to some friends of mine. Oh, friends of mine. Whoa, friends of mine. Oh, friends of mine. We fall in love by accident, a heavenly coincidence. No matter what you think is true, let me introduce you to. Can't figure out this place, guess someone hates my guts. I handed him the sign. Oh, friends of mine.
Adam Green there, and that's kind of a Meaningwave morning show favorite. Played that a couple times. It just feels very morning to me, and you know, I dedicate it to you. I dedicate it to you, beautiful listeners and viewers of the Meaningwave morning show. Some friends of mine, some lovely friends of mine. 100 episodes, we did it, baby. 100 mornings in a row. And this is coming from a guy who never got up in the morning in his life. I was always the other guy. I was the guy who got up, who went to bed in the morning. But I was like, I need to become a morning person. I think I need to become a morning person. I think I need to be getting up, like, you know, I need to be up at the same time as my family. And the most important thing was, you know, Tom Hanks came to town with his filthy ass disease. And so we started doing a stream on YouTube, and we did it in the evening. And I realized, and it was providing great solace for people, and providing a great sense of community, sort of good vibes. You know, it was providing a good vibe regulation type of a situation for a lot of people. But I realized, there's people on the other side of the world who couldn't enjoy that live experience. That's not fair. I should probably do a stream for them. So that's what I did. And you know, it hasn't been easy. Nothing good is easy. Nothing worthwhile is easy. You know, rewiring one's body after decades of it doing a certain thing. I mean, frankly, I don't think I've done it yet. It's not, I don't think, you know, if I didn't set an alarm and didn't have to do this, I don't think I would leap out of bed, you know, at 6. Like, hey, no, I have to force myself. I have to force myself to get up here. And I do it every day. And it's actually a wonderful thing, because it doesn't matter how bad I feel when I wake up, or how tired I am, or how, whatever it is, once I get up here and I do this, I feel good, baby. Get that good feeling, that good M-A-Z feeling, that good hanging out with you guys feeling, baby. Milton Dan says, happy 100. Thank you, baby. Theory of Everywhere says, 100 morning shows. Nice. Right. Crix503 says, 100. Tachyon Deer says, open up a little bit of a bubbly for the 100th show. If you're watching this and not just listening on the podcast, you'll see we've got some decorations. We've got like a sort of a display of some sorts. We've got a great big inflatable starfish creature. I don't know what that is. It looks like the villain for one of those Grant Morrison Spider-Man comic books. This was here waiting for me when I got up this morning. My beautiful wife put this together last night after I'd gone to bed after the evening show. So thank you, beautiful wife. Looks very nice in here. Looks very golden. Looks golden. Yeah. Yami Rialgo says, number 77 is a special number. It's made, after all, out of 2 sevens. It's true. I will never forget that glorious moment. I've already forgotten that glorious moment. No, I haven't. Crix503 in Indiana, baby. Meaningwave is my morning show. No more national news or washed out DJs. Yeah. Yeah. Feels like it works. Do you know what I nearly did this morning? Oh my goodness, I nearly looked at Twitter accidentally. I nearly accidentally looked at Twitter. Because I had so many notifications this morning. So I had a tweet pop off yesterday. You know, sometimes you have a tweet pop off. So I had a tweet pop off, and it's had like thousands of retweets or whatever. So I had all these notifications, so I was like, ugh. And I clicked it, and for a second I was pulled into Twitter, and I almost saw something that might have damaged my day. Because, I mean, that's most of Twitter. I got out of there quick, though. I got out of there, baby. I saved myself just in time. Just in time. Oh, my goodness. Because, yeah, it's very important what the foundation of your day is, and what you allow to be the foundation, and you get to consciously decide. You know, so if you choose the Meaningwave morning show, what you choose is vibes. You know, you choose beautiful music, beautiful company, and the beautiful golden tones of Akira the Dog. Hi, baby, how you doing? You know? Twitch Hero Alex is in the house, says, Phil's birthday, man. Happy birthday, Twitch Hero Alex. Perfect Rapture 4 says, congratulations on hitting 100 morning shows. Epic activities. Hey, thanks. Thanks. Walking Mill Poet says, in Virginia means I'm getting that good feeling. And building momentum. Yes, you are. Abi, 1, 2, 3, 4 in Jerusalem says, happy 100, Akira. Thank you very much. Blessings to you and your family out there in Jerusalem. Tachyonic Deer says, feeling great. Yami Real going in the UK. It means that it feels like it works. It does feel like it works. Spencer of Grove in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 100 morning shows means we're 10% there, baby. 10% of the way where? What are we trying to... what is our arbitrary goal? 1,000. People have been asking me, what are your goals, Akira? How many episodes are you trying to get to with these shows? I said, I don't know. I'm just trying to be useful. You know, the system is get up and get after it and regulate the vibes, you know. Give people something, a place, a beautiful place to come to while everyone else is going crazy. And, you know, as people come back to the light, perhaps we won't be required anymore. And I'll go back to bed. Doubtful. Doubtful. Anyway, let's get that international high five cracking. Since it does feel like it was. The international high five that binds us together across space and time and harnesses our energies.
Start to be good.
3, 2, 1.
Akira.
The song.
It's for the heroes.
You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. 90% of it is just showing up. Get there and start working. Like, you're not gonna feel perfect every day. Gotta be those days you push through. This is what I want you to do. Write down what you would like to fix about your life. If you're 30 pounds overweight, you wanna lose 30 pounds? Do it the right way. Write down what you eat. Exercise every day. Force yourself to do it. The brain is the general, the troops are the body, and you get up and you do it. And then you get to write it down. You know, you're doing what you gotta do to get by, but ultimately you're not respecting yourself. I think we all have a certain amount of appreciation and respect for hero figures. We all look at the guy who never lies, always does the right thing, and fucking helps everybody out, and that's the John Wayne character, you know, that's the ultimate hero. The ultimate hero. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. And when you look at your own life and you don't stack up, you're a thief, you stole money from your wife's purse, and you don't want to smoke cigarettes, but you fucking have to, you can't deal with the stress and smoke. You devalue yourself. You slowly start devaluing yourself. You look at yourself and you realize that if you were judging yourself, you would judge yourself unfaithfully. You can't pretend you're the hero of your story. Hero of your story. Most people get stuck in these patterns, find themselves on the person who doesn't follow through on their ideas. When I start things and I quit. No, you don't. No, you have started things and you quit, and it gives you a horrible sense of regret that's made you define yourself by that. You're not who you were a year ago. You're not who you were 5 years ago. You're not who you were last week. So you gotta regulate how much you dwell on regrets of the past. You really gotta be careful. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. You can be the hero of your own story that woke up today. You can be the hero of your own story that at 40 years of age stopped, got out of bed and said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. And I'm gonna get myself in shape and I'm gonna eat healthy. And I'm gonna do this. Because this is me now. This is me now. I decide that this is me. And people have to realize that you are not your past. You are not all the times you fucked up. You're not all the times you were drunk. That's not you. That's not you. You are the person who's learned from a great deal of experience. This is a battle that you will fight for the rest of your life. But the key is to fight it, not to give in. Don't give in to that resistance. Fight that resistance. And in doing so, every day you do so, you have won the battle for that day. And you will continue to fight that battle. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. You have to be the hero of your own story. And you can do that. Benefits, providing you a healthy work environment. Why? Well, because they want people to work for them. They don't want people to realize their own dreams and escape. They want to set it up so that you stick around in some sort of an unsatisfying world. It's up to you to see that video game problem, see that issue as it comes up on the map, and calculate your future.
You got to be oriented towards something, because otherwise you're disoriented. You just spin around in circles, and then you suffer, and so do people around you. It's not a good.
That's right, baby.
Orient yourself towards
Rambo 5000. Get after it.
to figure out what it is. What will work for you?
What will work for you, cherry hazelnuts?
Would justify the suffering of your life. Start trying to piece that together. You're going to get better at it. But it's a personal process, so you need a personal place to stand, because otherwise you're going to be handed a place to stand on a plate, and it may be one that makes you a puppet of someone else's goals. So I would say, you know, what are the processes? Well, I think what I've recommended to people is clean up your room. 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 That's a good start. Organize your local landscape. Schedule your time. Start taking control of yourself. See if you can stop saying things you know to be lies. That's not the same as telling the truth. You don't get to do that to begin with, because you're not good enough at it to even attempt it in some sense. But everyone can stop saying things they know to be falsehoods. Stop saying things that violate your conscience. Here's another idea. Stop saying and doing things that make you feel weak. Because all you have to do is pay attention to that. Some things you do will make you feel disintegrated. It's a physiological sensation. Some things improve your integrity, and some things disintegrate you. Now, the things that disintegrate you, you often do to impress other people, or because you're taking a shortcut, or you're escaping what you know to be your moral obligation. And your moral obligation stems naturally from your aims. And if you don't have an aim, well, then you're aimless. So that's not a solution. So along with the aims come the moral obligations. Then when you violate the moral obligations, you'll have a sense of that violation. It's like, well, you have to stop doing that. Or that's something you could do. You don't have to. You don't have to do any of this. But I would say that's where people should start. You start small. Clean up your room. Clean up your room. Clean up your room. Clean up your room. I had a girl come up to me last night. She said, I started cleaning up my room, and it completely changed my life. She said, your room is an externalization of your mind. And that's right. That's exactly true. To the degree that you're in your room, the room is you. Now, that isn't how people think. That's okay. It doesn't matter if they think that way. That's how it is. So, straighten up what you can straighten up and quit saying things that make you feel weak. And then you'll know what to do next. Clean up your room. Clean up your room.
Yeah.
Clean up your room. Clean up your room. It's not a good solution. Clean up your room. 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 Clean up your room.
Such a beautiful morning record right there. Clean up your room. Clean up your room. Akira the Don and Jordan B. Peterson. You can find that on the Father album, JBP Wave Father. Shout out to everybody logged in this morning. What up, Beta123? Says, what have you all learned from listening to Akira's mixes? That's a good question. What have you all learned from listening to Akira's mixes / masterpieces? Biden123 says he's helped me so much with mindset changes after leaving prison. I've been out for 3 years and I can honestly say I'm happy again. Hey! Hey, congratulations, baby. That's epic. Well done. Tachyonic Deer says I learned too much to put into words. RB1234 says, I learned that regular people can be the hero of their own story. Hey, it's not just that they can, it's that they must. It's that they must. It's that the fate of the universe depends on it, RB1234. Hey. Vader says the path is about learning. You never stop learning. Joseph Rogan put it well, we thrive off struggle and hard things. Yes, we do. Spencer Grove says I embraced the struggle in 2018. Before I even found the dawn, it changed my life, and now we have meaning together. Aman Ed Bali says I love today's colors. Thank you. Today's colors, if you're listening on the podcast, they're golden. Everything's beautiful and golden this morning, like a beautiful sunrise. That's the vibes. Walking Mole Poet says Akira's mixes have unlocked my infinite potential. That isn't hyperbole. I can work on things and push myself so much more than before. Hyperproductivity is a thing. Surely it is. Get after it, baby. Beta123 says, Akira, what's the one thing you've learned that you would love to pass on? You are more powerful than you think. And there doesn't seem to be an upper limit to that. So maybe just, you're getting after it, and like, I don't know, wherever you are in life, wherever you are in life, you are more powerful than you think. And you might have got to a really powerful level. There's still more to unlock.
It's not a good solution.
There's more, baby. There's way more. You are way more powerful than you think, and you're way more important than you think. Your life is way more important than you realize. Your impact is immeasurable. Who knows what the lack of you could do to the very fabric of space-time itself. Your life is very, very important. Everything you do is important. And I'm very glad you're here. I'm very glad you're here, baby. That's one thing.
So this is a view of the world
Hey,
as a system of mutual exploitation and of maximal selfishness. Now, it's a very profitable view to explore. Everybody should do in their lifetime sometime two things. One is to consider death. To observe skulls and skeletons. Consider death. And to wonder what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. So that from thy ways like lost sheep, and we have followed too much the devices and desires of our own hearts. Too much. We have offended against thy holy laws. We have left undone those things we ought to have done, and done those things which we ought not to have done. And there is no health in us. But it ought to be different. And we're going to do our best to amend with the help of God's grace. That is a real con act. If you equate health with genuine love and perfect unselfishness, then in that sense there is no health in us when we look at ourselves from this point of view. Consider death. To observe skulls and skeletons. Consider death. And to wonder what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Never. Consider death.
hey. So yeah, I would say you are more powerful than you think.
And skeletons.
But then the other thing,
Consider death.
with great power comes great responsibility.
And to wonder what it will be like.
And you are entirely responsible. You are
Never.
entirely responsible for that, and you're entirely responsible for your life, and you're entirely responsible for what happens in your life. You're entirely responsible for what you do with that life. It's all you, baby. It's all you. The dragon is you. The dragon you gotta slay is you. Feels like it works. Whoop.
All right.
Was cracking cherry hazelnuts. Said something, and now I've lost it, and it was a nice thing.
All right, at long last, the user interface for reality. Some of these things you're going to say, hey, I've heard about those.
Hey, there you go. Cherry Hazelnut says, I learned to love music again. I've learned to let go of shit that doesn't matter. I've learned that politics is downstream from culture. Yes, it is.
At long last, the user interface for reality. Some of these things you're going to say,
hey,
I've heard about those. First, you must accept the frame, at least as a filter, that there could be a subjective reality and that you can manipulate it.
hey.
You should accept that systems work better than goals. People are telling me every day that they implemented systems and it changed their life. This is one of the biggest buttons on the interface for life. If you don't like where you are and you want to go somewhere else, learn how to build systems for everything from your diet to your career to your social life, fitness, everything. Talent stacking. The idea that if you intelligently add new talents, you become not just a little bit better, but exponentially better, because talents really explode your capability and your options. So this is one of the biggest buttons on the interface to reality. It feels like it works. It feels like it works. It feels like it works.
that a psychological win over the enemy. The enemy. When I wake up in the morning and I don't know why, I'm thinking about the enemy.
Yeah.
And what they're doing. And I know I'm not active duty anymore, but it's still in there that there's a guy that's in a cave somewhere, and he's rocking back and forth, and he's got a machine gun in one hand and a grenade in the other hand, and he's waiting for me. And we're gonna meet.
Yeah. You'll be like, what up, baby? Hey.
The enemy.
Hey! The enemy. When I
wake up in the morning and I don't know why, I'm thinking about the enemy.
Hey. Yeah, if you're watching this, you'll see that the projection behind me has got this wonderful quality about that it looks partly like smoke and partly like water. Kind of looks like the portal is opening up behind me. That's very cool. That's very cool. Shouts out to that. What's cracking in the chat? Milkman Dan says, I love the Scott Adams album. Nice. Beta123 says, Akira, you inspired me to create my own Meaningwave tracks. Have you listened to any of Jim Carrey's speeches? Hey, that's epic. You mean Jim Carrey is in the actor? You know, I've had a few people say, "Oh, you should do Jim Carrey." But like, I don't know. I think it's important to how do you put it? It's important to embody that of which you speak. And the proof is in the proverbial pudding. And Jim Carrey is mental. Like, if you've seen his Twitter, this guy's been having a full-blown meltdown for like 4 years or something. So, like, I don't know if he's got the key to the secret, you know? Or if he does, I don't know if he, like, I don't know what he did with it. Or maybe, like, stabbed himself in the brain with it or something. But, like, yeah, you know. So, for me, you know, I'm very careful personally. I'm very careful is the right word. I'm very considerate about the voices I use and all that sort of thing, and the energy that I bring into the Meaningwave universe for myself. Now, you can build, you know, whatever universe you're building, you know, you're like whatever music you're making. If you're going to be integrating voices into your music, you know, then that's, you know, you can build whatever you want, you know, and that's very cool. And you could build a world that's populated by absolute lunatics who spend all their time painting horrible pictures and posting them on Twitter. You could do that. But I ain't doing that myself. Now again, though, you know, it's an interesting position because, you know, people say, oh, you know, Jordan Peterson, he got addicted to benzos. He's not following his own advice. Well, I don't know if that actually goes against his own advice. And also, he never said he was perfect. And, you know, for me anyway, there's a big difference between being a fallible human and actively spending 4 years of your life being a deranged lunatic on Twitter, writing poisonous, horrible things and painting lunatic pictures. Yeah. So there's different degrees of it. People go, oh, Alan Watts, what did he know? He drunk himself to death or something. I don't know exactly if that's how you would describe it. But again, you know, guy didn't spend 4 years writing lunatic shit on Twitter and painting horrible pictures. And I don't think there was anything in Alan Watts' work that said, don't get drunk and don't enjoy those sorts of parts of life. Because he was kind of always on that one. Anyway, though, I'm honored that you're inspired to make music. and I look forward to hearing some of it. If anyone makes any music, put it in the Discord. You know. Slick Jagger says the dragon you have to slay is you. Resonates so much. At 26, I was drinking every single day. Some nights alone. I was partying all the time. My health was shit. The only thing keeping me from being fat was a desire to continue to get laid. I mean, that'll do it. My life wasn't in shambles, but it was not something to look in the mirror and be proud of. I'm now 32, over 3 years sober, and in the best shape of my life, and getting married next month. Jocko, Rogan, Peterson, Goggins, and Akira all helped me get there. Oh, baby, come on. That ain't epic activities in 2020, I don't know what is. That's epic. Proud of you, baby. Proud of you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Marriage is a wonderful thing. And, you know, that's just perfect timing, baby. That's great timing. That's great timing there. You know, you spent some time, you know, finding out about life, you know, finding out those lessons that can really only be found out by doing them. You can always read about it in books, but, like, maybe there's always going to be a part of you that wondered, oh, what if, you know? You know, there's people, like, you know, they get, they have these midlife crises because they're like, oh, I didn't do enough partying in my formative years, and then they run off and party and get a cocaine heart attack. You know, you don't need that. So, yeah, I'm proud of you, baby. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Akira.
The Zone.
He's got clout.
Hey! Shouts out Fred Rogers. I couldn't even speak then. Shouts out to Fred Rogers. Yeah!
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, we might as well say, we might as well say, we might as well, might as well, might as well say. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
Yeah!
I have always wanted to have a neighbor.
Just like you.
I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood
With you, so.
let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, we might as well say, we might as well say, we might as well, might as well, might as well say.
It's Hercules.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hooray!
Hooray!
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hooray! Hooray! Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hooray! Hooray! Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hooray!
Proud of you. My neighbor.
Neighbor, beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Pixie Cat says, I rather think that Watts enjoyed himself and was self-aware of all of his faults. Well, he was. He talks about it a lot. He talks about it all the time. All the time he'd be there, like, talking away, clink, 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 and pointing out, you know, his various faults and, you know, things he's into and what have you. So, yes, indeed. Indeed. Perfect Rap Straight Force says, every time I hear Bourdain or Wallace Wave, I always wonder why they ended their lives when they had so much wisdom and experience to speak of. Personally, I call bullshit on Bourdain. And I don't know about David Foster Wallace's death. I don't know anything about it. But yeah, I ain't really buying that Bourdain thing. I ain't really buying it. But you know, who knows, baby? Like we've all been there. We've all been there. We've all been in states of despair and desperation and sorrow and what have you. You know? It ain't always easy. And you don't always... And, I mean... More money, more problems. Biggie said that. More money, more problems. That applies to knowledge and wisdom too, baby. Because the more you know, the more you don't know. And the more you're aware of the totality of being, the heavier that fucker could be in a certain situation. You know what I mean? That thing could crush you. The totality of being, that could come bearing down on you like a goddamn, you know, like a piano made out of 17 suns. Catch you at the wrong moment. Shoot, baby. All of these people, they people. They're only human beings. They're no different to you. Who said it? Was it? Who said it? Was it Naval? Who said, you know, all these things all these wonderful inventions or what have you? They were pretty much most of them made by people no smarter than you, not that much different to you. You know, all these people. Not that different to you, baby. Cherry Hazelnut says, if anyone here prays, please pray for me to get my dream house in Arizona. The escrow is having some problems and might fall through. I'll be okay either way, though. I do believe in prayer. Well, we pray for your dream house, then. Pray for your dream house. Yeah. Yeah. Carry me. Rambo 5000 says, I always wondered what Bob Ross wave would sound like. Well, there's a bit of it on the Christmas album. On the most recent Christmas album, there's a little Bob Ross section on there. And there will be more Bob Ross coming up. But yeah, some does already exist, so you might want to go check that out on last year's Christmas album. Was it last year, December? Yeah. Yeah. Yami Riago says, I'm inspired by some people. I'm sure Akira or many other people in MAZ wouldn't find appealing at all. That's the beauty of it. We find inspiration in many places. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And there is no... Yeah, you know. Goodness, some of the people I found inspiring certainly aren't very wholesome and have done many terrible things in their lives. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Of course. Of course. It's the Meaningwave Morning Show. It's a habit. It's a habit I implemented so that I would get up early and so that half of the world that was currently not served with a Meaningwave live show had one.
Human beings are entirely creatures of habit. Young children are born with no habit loops. They're essentially born as blank slates. And then they habituate themselves to things and they learn patterns and they get conditioned and they use that to get through everyday life. And habits are good. Habits are good.
Habits are good, baby.
Habits are good. Habits can allow you to background process certain things. So habits are good so that your frontal lobe stays available to solve brand new problems. So unconsciously pick up habits in the background and we keep them for decades and we may not realize that they're bad for us. So we're ready to move on from them. To some extent, you know, our attitude in life, our mood, our happiness levels, depression levels, these are also habits. Do we judge people habits? Do we read? Do we read? Do we read? These are habits as well. You absolutely need habits to function. You cannot solve every problem in life as if it's the first time it's thrown at you. But what we do is we accumulate all these habits. We put them in the bundle of identity, ego, ourselves, and then we get attached to that. I'm Shane, this is the way I am. I'm Naval, this is the way I am. It's really important to be able to uncondition yourself, to be able to take your habits apart and say, oh, okay, well, that's a habit that I probably picked up from when I was a toddler and I was trying to get my parents' attention. And now I just reinforced it and reinforced it and reinforced it, and I call it part of my identity. But is it serving me anymore? Is it making me happier? Is it making me healthier? Is it making me accomplish whatever I want to set out to accomplish right now? And so I think you can uncondition yourself. You can untrain yourself. It's just hard. It takes work. It takes effort. And usually the big habit changes come when there's strong desire motivators attached to them. Habits are good. Habits are good. Habits are good. Habits are good.
Naval, Ravikant there with Habits from the Meaningwave Masterpieces Volume 1 LP. Meaningwave Masterpieces 2 coming very soon. Who's going to be on that? What epic voices are going to be on that record? What epic voices are going to be on that record? Oh my goodness. The Man Stack says habits are good. Over the last 2 months I started getting up early to get in my work out, so I'd be more focused during the day. I'd have not have excuses to skip an afternoon workout. Meaningwave kept me primed. Yeah, that's epic. Shout out to everybody getting in and getting after it. Cherry Hazelnut says, I have not missed a single day of working out in 6 weeks. Feels great. Feels like it works. Proud of you. Proud of all you all out there getting after it. That's one of the cool things about doing this morning show is, seeing so many of you who are getting after it and hearing your tales of getting after it. It's always very inspiring. You're a very inspiring bunch. Beta123 says, when I got out of prison, I made helping others my main life goal. For a while, I filled everyone else's cups while emptying one. Had to learn to fill my own too. I want people to know they aren't as alone as they feel, and that they have support and can do anything they want if they make the effort and changes necessary for them. Yeah, get after it, baby. Hump214 says, the first 3 hours or so of my day are habits. Prayer, reading, workout, ATD as I get underway from the home office. Feels like it works. Hey! Feels like it works, baby. And you know what they say, if it feels like it works, keep doing it. Yeah. Rayago says, an example of someone who turned their life around. Wes Watson. Spent 10 years in a Cali prison, came out a changed man, inspiring and motivating people now by shouting at the phone. Yeah, I follow him on Instagram. He just types a big shouty post every day. I like that guy. What is it Rogan says, what he likes? The kind of story he likes. Someone does something, then fucks their life up, and then puts it all back together again story. I mean, that's everybody's story, baby. No one's born perfect. No one's born with all the answers. Humans are crazy, baby. We're like helpless for years and years and years and years and years. And that's just the obviousness on the outside, and then we continue to be pretty blessed underdeveloped, shall we say, for decades. amazing. Everybody sucks, baby. Everybody sucks at something. And we all get that call to adventure, baby. So that's the question. You're going to answer it. And you're going to do the necessary work so that you're going to be able to answer it.
Akira.
Ooh.
He's got clout.
Hey.
Life is a difficult process. Infinitely challenging, ultimately challenging, because it's bounded by death and insanity and all these terrible things that can befall people. You need to chart a course that makes the travel worthwhile. To chart a course that makes the travel worthwhile. To chart a course that makes the travel worthwhile. And that's not happiness. It's a much more profound idea than that. It's more like adventure, I would say. It's more like the great adventure of your life. It's more like adventure. It's more like the great adventure of your life.
Hey.
It's more like adventure. It's more like the great adventure of your life. That's a difficult thing. It's not a tropical cute cruise with a Mai Tai in hand, although maybe now and then it could be that. But I think human beings, we're very tough and combative creatures, and we're really built for a load. You really see this hunger arising in young men. Exactly a call to that kind of adventure. It's like, get the hell up, guys. Get to work. There's things to be done. It's like, get the hell up, guys.
Hey, yo, we on a hype train. I didn't even know.
There's things to be done.
Hype train!
There's dragons to confront.
Episode 100 of the Meaningwave Morning Show. And we on a hype train, of course we are.
I believe that's the truth, and I believe that it's more powerful than fear and than suffering. And that's saying a lot. Because fear and suffering are real.
Yeah. How you feeling out there, baby?
Consciousness has other notions of how things ought to be. What virtue is, and so on. And so on. And so on. One of the problems that man has to face is reconciling himself to the foundations of his own existence. And this is the first function of mythology. And this is the first function of mythology. That reconciliation of consciousness with the mystery of being. And this is the first function of mythology. Not criticizing it. Shakespeare, in his definition of art in Hamlet, where he says, art poses the mirror unto nature, is a perfect definition, I would say, of the first function of mythology. When you hold the mirror up to yourself, your consciousness becomes aware of its support. What it is, it is supporting it. You may be shocked of what you see. You may be graciously, but one way or another, you become aware of yourself. Your consciousness becomes aware of that darkness, that being which came into being out of darkness and which you support. And this is the first function of mythology. This is the first function of mythology. The reconciliation of consciousness with the mystery of being. And this is the first function of mythology. And the realization of their mystery as something that consciousness is not going to be able to criticize, not even going to be able to elucidate, not even going to be able to name. It is something beyond naming, beyond all definition. That's the first point. And when that is lost, one loses this sense of awe, which Goethe calls the best thing in man, the sense of gratitude for one's privilege of having this center of consciousness aware of these things. And this is the first function of mythology. This is the first function of mythology. The reconciliation of consciousness with the mystery of being. And this is the first function of mythology.
Hey yo, MAZ, make some noise in the chat. Flood the chat, baby. Want to see all them wave emojis right now. Splash, splash, splash. It's the Meaningwave Morning Show number 100. We've been here for 100 mornings sequentially. We haven't missed one. And that's in addition to the evening show, which is, what is it, about to hit number 170? Epic activities in 2020 and beyond, I already told y'all. Yo.
Akira. He's got clout.
Good morning. Get after it.
When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this cause they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and have recognized that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own. Not of the same blood or birth, but the same mind, and possessing a share of the divine. Not of the same blood or birth, but the same mind, and possessing a share of the divine. So none of them can hurt me. No one can implicate me in ugliness, nor can I feel angry at my relative or hate it. We were born to work together like feet, hands and eyes, like the two rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on him, these are obstructions. Discard your thirst for books so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Discard your thirst for books so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Discard your thirst for books so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Whatever this is that I am, it is flesh, a little spirit and intelligence.
Throw away your books.
Stop letting yourself be
distracted. That is not allowed.
Instead, as if you were dying right now, despise your flesh. A mess of blood, pieces of bone, a woven tangle of nerves, veins and arteries. Consider what the spirit is, air, and never the same air, but vomited out and gulped in again every instant. Finally, the intelligence. Think of it this way, you are an old man. Stop allowing your mind to be a slave, to be jerked about by selfish impulses, against fate and the present, to mistrust the future. Yo, what is divine is full of providence. Even chance is not divorced from nature, from the inweaving and infolding of things governed by providence. Everything proceeds from it. And then there is necessity and the needs of the whole world, of which you are a part. Whatever the nature of the whole does and whatever serves to maintain it is good for every part of nature. The world is maintained by change in the elements and in the things they compose. Yo, that should be enough for you. Treat it as an axiom. Treat it as an axiom. Hey, hey. Discard your thirst for books so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Discard your thirst for books so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Discard your thirst for books so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Hey, oh, what a glorious thing, waking up in the morning, baby. Oh, what a glorious thing, yes, to have a whole Meaningwave morning show. What a glorious thing, waking up in the morning, baby. Oh, what a glorious thing, get to have a whole. Discard your thirst for books so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Discard your thirst for books so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of the heart. Grateful to the gods from the bottom of your heart. Remember how long you've been putting this up? How many extensions the gods gave you, and you didn't use them? At some point you have to recognize what world it is that you belong to, what power rules it, and from what source you spring. That there's a limit to the time assigned to you, and if you don't use it to free yourself, it will be gone and will never return. Hey! Ba 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 ba. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, bless up, baby. That was the Meaningwave Morning Show, number 100. We did it, baby. We did 100 of these things. 100 shows of the morning variety. Straight out of dreams and into realities. Whatever, into this dream. Theory of Everywhere says, what a glorious day. Yeah, it is a glorious day. It's going to be a glorious day. It's a whole new week, baby. These are the last days of summer. We're about to enter the third act of 2020. Are you ready? Are you ready for the third act of 2020? What is that? I got an emote. Hey, thanks for the emote. Beta 123. I don't know what that is, but I'm grateful. Shouts out to everyone who's been here. Shouts out to everyone who's, a part of this beautiful community, the MAZ, the Meaningwave Autonomous Zone. BlackRock Beacon says, amazing, yeah. Jason says 100, lots of 100s. Zwift MCL says, grateful ACD, thank you Alex, here's to 100 more. RBRB1234 says, I love summer. Sorry it's over, been one crazy 2020. Ain't over yet, baby. Ain't over yet. Summer does this cool thing where it like kind of it hangs on sort of midway into September, you know? And depending on where you live, I mean, apparently Texas, it just stays like this until like Christmas or something. So summer forever, baby. Hey, hey, hey. What up, Jason? What up, Pissio Cat? What up, RB? Hey, let's get a roll call. Let's get a roll call. Someone said it's the worst in Texas. I love it, personally. I'm a big fan of heat. I'm a big fan of heat, baby. I like it. Shouts out to everybody, baby. Shouts out to Twitch Hero Alex. You know, shouts out to Athelgar, AltClick123, Amin Ed Ball, E, another TC viewer, Atom, Beta Bandit 123.
Beta 123, Beta Bandit, Blackrock, Beacon Cherry, Hazelnuts, Coach Revis. Hey, what up, Coach Revis? Commander Root, Ezo Bay, Forja, Fascination Street, Feels Duckman, Feet, FL Spacebar, Harvey Man 37, Hump 214, I Love Green 77, Jason Hertz 7, Case 11111, Crix 503, Lyrics, Maria Lizak, Matt Crittenden, Meg Phelps 213, Melinda Crass, Miltman Dam, Miss Superconductor, Omni Wired, Panhandler, Perfect Rapture Foe, Pizio Cat, Rambro 5000, RBRB 1234, Ramazuo, Rimastino, Slicks Jagger, Jaeger, Sicko Kursak, well, Tachyonic Deer, Damn Stack, Theory of Everywhere, V&K, Virgo Pros, W. Oberlin, Walking Mall Pummit, Yami Riago, Urald, and Swift MCR. Thank you all for being here, baby. It's a beautiful day to get after it. Or as Joseph Campbell might say, follow your bliss. Yeah!
Akira.
Yeah!
He's got clout.
Yeah!
And the moral is that the realization of your bliss, your true being, comes when you have put aside passing moment with its terror and with its temptations and its statement of requirements of life. That you should live this way. Well, I always tell my students, follow your bliss.
Hey.
Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. Your bliss, where the deep sense of being informed, going where your body and the soul want to go. When you have that feeling, then stay with it and don't let anyone throw you off. One fine evening, I was in my favorite restaurant. At a table were sitting a father, a mother, and a scrawny little boy, about 12 years old. The father says to the boy, drink your tomato juice. The boy says, I don't want to. The father, with a louder voice, says, drink your tomato juice. And the mother says, don't make him do what he doesn't want to do. The father looks at her and he says, he can't go through life doing what he wants to do. If he does only what he wants to do, he'll be dead. Look at me. I've never done the thing I wanted to in all my life. Follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. A poet is one who's made a profession and a lifestyle of being in touch with that. Most people have to be concerned with other things. They get themselves involved in economic and other activities, or you're drafted into a war that isn't the one you're interested in. Most people living in that realm of occasional concerns, they all have the capacity that's waiting to be awakened. Well, we're having experiences all the time, which may, on occasion, render some sense of this, a little intuition of where your joy is. Grab it. No one can tell you what it's going to be. You've got to learn to recognize your own depths. Follow your bliss.
Yeah.
Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be.
Follow your bliss.
It's miraculous. If you do follow your bliss, you put put yourself on a kind of track that has been there all the while waiting for you. And the life that you ought to be living is the one you're living somehow. When you can see it, you begin to deal with people who are in the field of your bliss. And they open doors to you right there, wherever you are. If you're following your bliss, follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. Say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. Follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be.
That was the Meaningwave Morning Show. Finished it off there with that unreleased Joseph Campbell and Akira the Don. Follow your bliss. AKA Get After It. AKA Go Forth, Be Mighty. AKA Achieve Congruence. AKA Reach that potential in this lifetime. You dig. Thank you to everyone who supports during this show. Your support is very much appreciated, and without it, we wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you to everyone who supports these broadcasts and this endeavor, this Meaningwave endeavor. If you want to support this Meaningwave endeavor, you can become a patron at Patreon. Get your name on the next album at level 4 or above. You can follow this channel. You can make a one-time donation via the link below. You can go to meaningwave.com and buy some fly merchandise, because you're a fly person. And that's what fly people do. You can go to Bandcamp and download all the music. You can go to Spotify and rack up the playlists. You can share that link. You can hire one of those aeroplanes to write a message in the sky. A message that reads, Meaningwave exists! Beta123 says, I just ordered a mask. Congratulations. And thank you for your support, brother. Get after it. Get after it. Hold tight for Meaningwave Masterpieces 2. Coming soon. Single this Friday. Yeah. And we'll be back here at 7 p.m. CT for the YouTube. Yeah.
Yo, check it out. This Ravikant the Chef, rocking with Akira the Don, you heard? You know what it is, man. All real shit. Wait, 100.
Don is good.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Boom, baby, boom. We get out of there. Head on over to Meaningwave Radio 24/7 if you want to carry on hanging out, like some cool funsies. I'll see you soon.